Welcome to a message of gratitude. My name is Rakibia Jody Dennis, and this is Elian, my prize from Dave and Buster's, my nonverbal participant. So today, I just wanted to display my growth and how I learned how to control my temper and the way that I respond and react to people, because I did the work and I've grown. So here we go. Formative years, young, I didn't have a voice, didn't know how to use it. So out of frustration, when people would yell at me, yeah, I would just hit them. That was it, because I wanted them to be quiet. But you learn that's not the best thing to do. You get in trouble a lot. So you self-correct, you identify, you mature. And after that, the next stage, when somebody yelled at me, I started to say, let me take a pause. You breathe, collect yourself, you calm down. And I would say, listen, I don't want to argue with you. But if they keep on going and yelling, I'm getting to my point where, I'm going to get a little bit aggressive. So just leave me alone. And as I matured and grew, people yelling at me, people screaming at me, I started to say, listen, I don't want to participate. I'm not going to do this. And I would just leave. And then you do some more work, you go through more relationships, and you grow some more. And then I got to the point where I said, listen, I'm not going to do this with you. You clearly have a problem. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not feeding into this. And then people are just going to keep on going on and on and on. And so when people are trying to passive-aggressively manipulate you so they can disturb your peace and you can act out of character, so they can say, listen, this is what happened. No, my silence holds up a mirror so you can see yourself and be left with your own actions to digest. That's what happens when you don't participate in the nonsense, because I'm too old for that. And so in life, right, you have your formative years where you find your voice and you learn to not physically hit people. Then you get to a point, talking about myself, where you can say, hey, I'm not going to allow this person to disturb my peace. I'm not going to let this situation get me out of character. And you say, listen, I don't want to do this with you, and you walk away. And then you get to a point where you're like, listen, I'm not going to do this with you. I see what you're doing. I don't want to participate. And you show them themselves, and you go ahead. And this is the body. This is the way that I choose to represent myself. I walk with Christ. I don't have time to argue and participate in unhealthy, negative interactions with people. But never forget that all of these things are inside of me. So when you do the work, you can say peacefully, I bid you adieu and farewell. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to disagree. I don't have to interact with you. You can go on your way. God bless you. Amen. Gratitude.